Hey everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. Let's be honest, that was not great. Just like the opening to this video, that was not great. Didn't realize my camera wasn't on, and kind of like the Canucks didn't realize there was a hockey game to be played tonight in Vancouver with the coolest jerseys in the NHL. Here we are. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to discuss, but at the end of the day, there was a shellacking in Vancouver, 7-3. 7-3. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting performance by the Vancouver Canucks. Okay. And just is what it is. And we're going to give credit to the Oilers in just a minute. But I just want to remind everyone, I want to thank you for being here. This is one of those games where you're like, I don't want to have a conversation about this game, or this was too discouraging. This was a complete beatdown by the Edmonton Oilers. And it sucks because not only is it, just a game for 2 points, but it's 7 goals are let in. And on one of the best goaltenders in the league, it was just terrible as a Vancouver Canucks fan. Now, Oilers fans must be rejoicing and excited and saying, we're back, baby, we're back. I don't know what they're saying. But the fact is that we did not come to play. And more importantly, the Oilers did come to play, and that's a bad combo. That's a bad combo. I don't know about you, but didn't you feel like Vancouver looked tired, looked slow? Is it just that the Oilers have a lot of great speed? I don't know. So I want to give big credit and a shout out to you for being here, whether you're watching this live or later. I want to give a big shout out to you. But I also want to just say, hey, I'm still here too. And we're in this together. And whether we win or lose, I'm pulling off these live streams, these post-game shows. And even though it just makes you mad that your team just laid an egg, we're still here and we need each other. It's therapy, everyone. Canucks Therapy Hour. Just a reminder, I love doing Canucks content that is passionate, realistic, honest. Trust me, there's going to be a lot of honest takes tonight. But if you like that kind of content, hit the like and subscribe. Also, follow my socials on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube. Just follow me at Kempner Canucks. Okay, so the big question I want to ask, post it in the comments, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed are you by this Canucks result, okay? On a scale of 1 to 10, obviously 1 being brutal to 10 being great. Okay. How disappointed are you? Are you more of or maybe you're in a 5 and you're like, meh, it's just a game. It's just 2 points. It's not a big deal. Or you're like 1, it's like, that's a big deal. I'm actually kind of worried about us going forward. Or, I mean, obviously no one's going to put 10. No one's going to put 10. Well, no, sorry. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how disappointed? So, sorry, 10 would be super disappointed. My bad. Just, I came up with this. How do I make a mistake on this? So 1's like, meh, I don't really care. It's just 2 points. The middle would be, hey, I'm just like, I'm just like that sucks. It's okay. We're gonna move on. It's just another game. And then 10 would be like, this is terrible. I'm worried about the future. I don't know what this team's gonna look like. How can we not beat good teams? Are we even that good? Maybe we're not contenders. We're just pretenders, maybe that's how you're feeling. And I'm just saying that if you are feeling that way, it's okay to feel that way. So post in the comments. I'm going to dive into there right now. Actually, I'm going to make one more comment before I do that. This was a dominating performance by the Edmonton Oilers, but let's give them credit. Before we talk about all the things that the Vancouver Canucks did not do, let's just give the Oilers credit where credit is due, okay? The Oilers looked and played way better than the Canucks. At the end of the day, the end of the story, they were faster. Their goals were very nice. There were so many great goals. They look like a fine-tuned oil playoff machine, and we look like a team trying to struggle to make the playoffs. They made us look awful. And that is just my honest take. And so I want to start by giving credit to the Edmonton Oilers. I want to give credit to them because they were better tonight. Now, last year, we beat Edmonton 8-1. So we gave them the butt kicking of their life, okay? On the opening night, it was glorious. It was wonderful. It's like they returned the favor this year. If this is how it works, they sweep us during the year and we go to the finals, I'll take that exchange any day of the week. But they have some pretty good players over there. Okay, I'm going to dive into the big question of 1 to 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. And so let's see if anyone's posted that. Okay, someone put a 4. Someone put, so Stewart's at a 10. At a 6, Dell's at a 7, Jeevan's at a 10, Monty is at a 7. I have too many friends who are Edmonton fans, right? Casket is saying 5. One Facebook user says 1 game, not too worried, so he's giving it a 5. Angelo, you giving it a 4? That's cool. Yeah, just interesting. And really, that's the end of the day. We got curb stomped. You're right, Japan 4. We got curb stomped. That was bad. That was bad. So, yeah. So, it's frustrating. Absolutely frustrating to see what's going on in Vancouver land. I'm disappointed too. So we talked about the dominating performance by the Edmonton Oilers. Can we also just admit this? And we have won games this way. So let me just say this with a grain of salt. But you can't play one period really well and expect to beat good teams in the NHL. Whoa, that rhymed. That's awesome. Okay. You can't play one period really well and expect to beat good teams in the NHL. Everyone wants to play a full 60 minutes, but realistically, anything above 40 is solid. In my opinion, the Canucks played 20 good minutes max, and the Oilers played 50 minutes, maybe 40 minutes great. Like, they played pretty good hockey. So sometimes the Vancouver Canucks can beat teams by playing one good period. And tonight, it caught up with them, everyone. It caught up with the Canucks. So it's super frustrating. Super, super frustrating. And I just, why? Why did this happen tonight? That's what I want to know. It's like, how do we look this bad? How do they look this good? Are they that much better than us? That's what I want to know. That is what I want to know. I guess I should post this online, right? But I don't know. This game. Yeah, I mean, when you make Connor Brown look like one of the best players in the NHL, you know that's bad, right? Now, let's talk about some positives, okay? Is this the turning point game for Elias Pettersson? Because that was his best game of the season. And it's not like he was dominating, but he was really good. You know what I mean? That tip in goal was fantastic. That pass to Suter to go up, to score the third goal of the game was impressive. Some of the passes he made, some of the decisions he made, I just was really, and I know everyone's going to be impressed with that. And again, I've been the guy who's been very critical about Pettersson, but I've also been the guy saying, if he's good, I'm going to give him credit, but I'm not protecting him anymore. And so I'm not saying he's back yet. Maybe you feel like this is the turning point. I hope it's the turning point game. We need him to play better, okay? We need him to play better. That's just a fact, okay? So I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I want to go into in the chat and ask that. I'm just writing up a new question I just thought. I'm just putting that in, and I want to talk about JT Miller tonight. Okay. So let's talk about Pettersson. Okay. No Eyes is in the building. He blames Janot. Those are my thoughts, Jaden, on Pettersson. Thought he looked really good tonight. I was really impressed. He also hit the crossbar. He could have had another goal. He could have had a 3-point night tonight, guys. Monty says it's all a secret plan, so they underestimate us and come to the playoffs. Yes, that's absolutely what it is. That's what I'm going to tell myself as I cry myself to sleep. Oh, dude, I know. I'm spitting bars with my NHL rhyming with Oilers fans took over our arena at the end with their chanting. Of course they did. I mean, everyone else left. So Blazers fan is here. I love it. Zach, welcome. Major defensive lapses. I wonder if this game will convince Alvin to pick up Fabro. By the way, Fabro, that's a great thing. I know a lot of Canucks fans want us to pick up Fabro. Can I just say something? I think there's a lot of teams wanting him. I do not think he's going to make it till tomorrow. And I don't think he's going to make it. Not to Vancouver. There are going to be teams that have opportunity to pick him up before us. But yeah, it would sure be nice to pick up a guy like him. I think so. But a lot of Canuck fans are really on the fence. They're either really pro Fabro or they're really like, let's not. He's not the guy we're looking for, which it would be is wild for me to hear. But I think he's good. I'd like to see him try it in Vancouver. $2.5 million for this season. Then he's a UFA. So yeah, that's not too bad. I don't mind. So Drew says, hearing that "Let's Go Oilers" chant was something. Yeah, right. Panic says, brutal non-call late in the second. If that's called, the entire third period momentum has changed, to be honest. So frustrating nonetheless with how they played. And I agree with you that they missed the call, but the idea that would have changed the entire momentum, we can't score on the power play, or we rarely, I mean, it's almost can't, right? I should bring this up just to make sure. I just have a feeling. Did we score on the power play? I think we did, didn't we? Vancouver. Let's see. So disgusting. By the way, LA bounced back. Power play goal at the very end, right? So with just under a minute left, our power play's been brutal. So I just don't think like allowing 7 goals in, you can say that one call was the only thing, but I understand what you're saying. We suck tonight. And you're right. We need to be more consistent. And I do think we need a top 4D. It just shows when you play good teams that you just can't afford to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. What did we lose to Tampa Bay? Was it 4-1? Let's go back to schedule here. Let's just bring this up so that you guys can see. Okay, we're going to go Vancouver Canucks schedule. We're going to go to October. Yeah, we lost 4-1 to Tampa Bay. We didn't look like it. We lost 6-0 to the Devils. Lost 4-3 in overtime. Yeah, I don't know. Those are some good teams there, right, everyone? Hurricanes. And if we go to November, I mean, we played good here. We played good against LA, but that's a 7-3. That hurts. And this is what's coming up. Calgary on Tuesday, Islanders, Blackhawks on the weekend. So we need to win those 3 games. Then on Sunday, getting the Nashville. I mean, they have been playing the worst hockey in their career. So we should be winning those 4. And so what do you think we're going to win those? And then the Rangers, Ottawa, Boston. Yeah, I don't know how this month's going to go. The inconsistency, you're right. You're right, man. last season, we allowed 6 goals once in 41 home games. This season, we've allowed 6 goals 3 times. Yeah. In only 6 home games. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, there's lots of rumors. I talked last video about what I think is a rumor and what I think is actually a report. And apparently the Byram thing, the Canucks haven't talked to him, haven't asked, but I'm not sure. Yeah, PD is finding some confidence, which is great for sure. And you're right, Drew. What a beautiful textbook tip. That was a lot of skill. I think that even Hughes was not great tonight. In fact, the first penalty was his fault. He got the penalty, and then we end up going down 1-0 because of him. But yes, you're right. The defense is why we lost for sure. Elliot Freeman confirmed that last night that Buffalo has no interest in moving Byram whatsoever. I mean, it makes sense. Why would you? Yeah, Pettersson did do his part today for sure. So much for a sweep, Robin says. Good point. Good point, Robin. And that's the other thing, Blaze friend. We dressed 7 defensemen. 7. So Baines was supposed to come up, didn't play for us, and they went. Juleson was the 7th guy, and he played. So like we were down a forward. Can anyone explain why that happened? Because I'm really unsure. We'll talk about Miller in a second. A bunch of you are putting in there. Personalized, I predicted an Oilers win, but not this big one. You predicted a 5-1 Oilers win. What are you talking about? That's exactly basically what happened is what happened, isn't it? Isn't that what you picked? Glad that Lankinen got the start. Feel bad he got pummeled. I mean, there was some he didn't have a chance, right? So that was a 9.5. I despise the Oilers. I'd rather lose 15-0 to the Sharks. Yeah, Curtis, you're right. Edmonton was ready. No, he wasn't leaky. We'll talk about him in just a second. We didn't score 2 power play goals tonight. I mean, the last time we scored a power play goal was last game on a 5-minute major. So Oilers PK is at 59%, so basically a guaranteed goal. I mean, right? What did Sharon say? Or no, Shannon say? I'm now thinking we need to rest Lankinen and play. Yeah, absolutely. Maria, welcome. Congratulations. Your Oilers beat down my Canucks. It was disgusting and brutal, but it is what it is. Yeah, he did his part. I'm shocked that Tocchet didn't call a timeout. And actually, that's a great point, Curtis. So Knobloch goes and calls a timeout and changes the momentum. Why didn't Tocchet call a timeout? Come on, Rick. Let's go. Billy's in the building. Just stopping by to say hi. Rough game tonight. I'm off to bed. Have a great night. Have a good night. And your Avalanche, Billy, had a great game tonight. Beat the Hurricanes. That was impressive. Time to go get Rasmus Anderson. Maybe. I don't think we should do overreaction theater, but that was really bad tonight, so it's hard not to. Canucks are going to need to win the next 5 in a row. I'd say at least 4, but yeah. Crab Rave Enjoyer. Crab Rave Enjoyer. What was Canucks power play 1 line tonight? Oh, who knows, man. It was Pettersson, it was Hughes, DeBrusk, Miller. Forget who else was on there. I feel like Tocchet is going to run a bag skate, maybe even tonight. We don't need to fix our forwards. Dakota Joshua hasn't come back, and Bessler wasn't in. Hold your horses. Right now, we need a top 4D. That's a huge priority. Donnie Diamonds is saying his daughter, who's not even 6 months old, is totally ticked off. I know, because she's going to be a Canucks fan when she grows up, right? Canuck era is heated. Tell me everything is going to be okay. Yes. The good news is you don't play the Oilers every night. It just sucks because we had played so well against them last season, and Lankinen really was one of the best goalies in the league. And to have a defensive breakdown like that, it's just disgusting. Nothing for Russell. It's just brutal, isn't it? A1 is here. The decor is an AHL decor outside of the first pair. I don't know if I agree with that, but I understand what you're saying. I mean, I think Soucy and Myers are NHL players. You might not like them, but to say they're AHL guys, I don't know. Canucks played a good 10 to 15, I think. They are not. You cannot show up against an elite offensive team and expect not to get smoked. Yeah. That stick save by Lankinen was insane. It was totally insane. You're right, Jeevan. Should have used a timeout. Didn't. And you're right, Zach. That third period was just a constant onslaught from the Oilers. Felt like a power play the whole period. That's a great way. That might be comment of the night of accuracy. Okay, so can you just explain to me why 5-1 is not the same as 7-3? It's literally a 4-goal game. A 4-goal difference game. I don't know. Just try to talk to me about your logic here. No, I don't care about the logic. I just think that was not what I was expecting. Apparently you were expecting that. Oh, my sister-in-law is very happy with the win. I messaged her before the onslaught came from her online. So yeah, we got outcoached, outskated for sure. Del Ovi scored twice tonight. He looks great. I like how Edmonton coach called timeout, calm them down. Yeah, I know. Facebook user says, didn't we do this to them last year? Yeah, we did. We beat them 8-1. Yeah, you never know. It's not over. Like when you make Connor Brown look amazing, like honestly, the baby is doing great, except for the baby's upset that the Canucks lost. Did you see the baby Canucks lost as well? I did not see that. Well, no Lankinen or Leckermacki, right? So Coach Rob's in the building. Good to see you, buddy. She went to bed after the loss. Yeah, no kidding. I should be in bed too, crying myself to sleep like Monty. Oh yeah, she was the one that had the baby near the end of the playoffs of the Oilers and the Canucks. Absolutely. But she's doing good. The Oilers, one half and both looked dangerous against the weak. I know their power play looked amazing tonight. The Oilers, that is. What's that said? One no call shouldn't excuse the whole. Yes, I agree with you. Leckermacki is very much likely to play his first NHL game this month. Coach Tocchet just confirmed it in a post-game interview. Cool. Getting rid of Sprong was way too premature. Bringing up guys like Almond and Baines make no sense to me. Well, no, Baines didn't play, so Tocchet is too stubborn in his ways. Needs to let the offensive guys play. Well, but bro, we scored 3 goals tonight. Like normally 3 goals is pretty good in the NHL. So it's not the forwards. It's not. I understand it might be too premature, but honestly, you can't be trying to like do a 7-5 shootout with the Edmonton Oilers, right? Like you got to play some defense. So yeah, and Hughes was tripped, and they didn't call it. That was definitely a one. Yeah, we don't blame her at all for going to bed early. Or not, I mean, it's a normal bedtime. I was expecting this when I saw our lineup having a few. Yeah. You know what? You're right. Yeah. The logic still doesn't make sense, but it's still 4 goals. See? Nothing is perfect. It's counting 4 goals. 4 goals. 4 is 4. I liked how many times we crushed them into the boards, but I agree with Briaxa. They were tired. All right, let's talk because there's so many things here. We got a couple more things to talk about. I want to give a big shout out to Hronek. I feel like he needs to score more to contribute to this team. I love how he plays rough and tough. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Hronek fan. I think he's good. Is he worth his contract? I don't know if I would say that. But the thing I do think though is he is my phone's needs to get plugged in here. The thing I do think though is it was really great to see that goal. And I think that goal that he scored was fantastic. When he came in and had the slap shot there and just hammered it in, it was the short side. I was so impressed with Hronek. And I felt like what I've been impressed with is tonight he was physical again, tough to play against. And last game against the LA Kings, he was noticeably good. So I want to give some shout out and some hype to Hronek, and I'm very happy with what I'm seeing in him at this stage. Now he should be playing like this. That's why he's getting paid the big bucks. Let's talk about Lankin. No, let's talk. How many of the 7 do you think were his fault? Post in the chat. How many of the 7 goals do you think was Lankinen's fault? I mean, I don't think there were 7. I think there was a few, but you let me know in the chat right now. I'll just go to that real quick, and then we're going to talk about JT Miller. Anyone there? How many do you think it was his? All right, let's just go on to JT Miller because no one posted that. Okay, where in the world was JT Miller? That's what I want to talk about tonight. I think he's playing injured. He's not skating the way he's been doing. He's hitting a little bit. I think that injury has really affected him. And did he take a face-off for the first 2-3 games after that injury? He still played, but it's not the same JT Miller. But tonight, he was noticeably not there. He didn't make a difference. He wasn't that hard to play against like normal JT Miller. You know what I'm saying? So maybe some of it is from the Canucks or from the Oilers, and some of it is just he's dealing with a injury. Okay, so we go back to the other question: how many did Lankinen? How many were his fault? And so Coach Rob says only 1. Nothing Perk says 2. Facebook user says 3. 2 rest were on their players. Drew Richards says 2. Angelo says 1. So yeah, that's I would say 2 or 3. So I think we're all kind of in the same ballpark for the most part here. Blazer fan says 2 of the 7 was his fault. Everything else was just defense, letting people stand there open and not playing well in front of him. Yeah, I would agree with that statement. Okay, going back to Shannon says Hronek was great. Yep. Personalized says no bag skate tonight. Tocchet said in the interview that the team will take the night to rewind and digress. Isn't digress? Yeah. And rest, maybe? I don't know. Miller is a ghost of himself. PD has been looking better than him as late. I think that's stretching it, Jeevan, but you could be right on that one. I don't know. I just think that Miller hasn't looked himself. PD's starting to turn around. I think tonight was the first night I would say Pettersson looked better than Miller. That's the first game of the season in game 13. So personally says -3 for Miller and 6 out of 14 on faceoffs, had 4 hits, but by the way, he's skating. He's clearly battling something, injury flu. I think it's that injury on that first faceoff where he got injured. It was it game 3 that happened? Hronek got the shot, but doesn't go in the net. We need another Salo. I know. Sammy Salo is good memories for sure. The guy I like to call one nut because he got hit in the nut, lost the testicle, and still played in the playoffs. Like, how does he do that? So one nut, Sammy Salo. Yeah, Shelov's is going to get the next start for sure, in my opinion. So with it is not Lankinen's fault as the team whole, as you all need to play as a team, and I did not see that a lot. You're right. I don't think JT is injured. He's 31 and it's starting to show. What? Are you for reals? His skating and physicality is starting to regress. He actually got hurt. He actually didn't take a face-off for 2 or 3 games because of that injury. He's playing through an injury. So, and he's still scoring and he's still contributing. Tonight was the first night, A1, that he didn't look good. I'm very shocked at this statement. Like, if you actually believe that, we've got a long number of years before he's done that contract. I just think he's injured. So there was some crazy bounces, but the Canucks defense were slow to react. Oilers took advantage. You're right. At age 31 is around the prime of an NHL player. Yeah, right? I think they're going to try to claim him, but I think he's going to get claimed above from other people. That's what I think is going to happen. I think 3 goals on Lankinen were weak, okay? Or is his fault. He has to improve his ability to find the puck and ice it before the other team gets more wax. He should rest the next one. Yeah. As a 48-year-old, 31 is a young buck. That's a fact. Miller has one of the best contracts for sure. Not Lankinen's fault, but overall his weakest start of the year. I'd give Shelov's the next start just to give Lankinen a break. I'd say 3 to 4 on Lankinen. Wow, 3 to 4. A lot of people say this, Dell. A lot of people don't want Fabro because they know he's not as good as see, and Rome saying the same thing. We went through same thing last year. We had 50-50 on offense, and when Dakota was injured, when he showed up, we played better. That's true. It's true. Good. That's a great point. Connor says, I have to call out Rick Tocchet. I am not in the mood for any smart replies to what I have to say, but every single time they are giving up goals, he does not call a timeout and rip into the players. You know what, Connor? You're totally right. That tonight, he should have done that, and because he didn't, it was some bad coaching. And you saw the other side do that exactly thing, and it changed their momentum. Yeah, Joshua's a huge difference maker. Okay, we don't need any more turnovers, right? Ever again. I noticed the same thing last year. His back check is missed. Because when the Oilers were doing it, Knobloch called him over. Yeah, we just talked about it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, I think Jeevan and a few others had mentioned that already in the stream tonight. But you're right. JT Miller needs to get to call everyone a baby in practice. Logan, that's hilarious. Oh, that's a good one. Callum, me and Connie had some fun on Locked On. Oh, really? I didn't know you guys were on there. I'll have to go watch that one. JT Miller was not the baby tonight, man. Come on, guys. Like, let's not do the overreaction theater tonight, okay? Miller is still good. Absolutely, Dreamer. Put some sense into these guys. And it's still not 20 games in. Rather them beat us now than when it counts. Good point. I'm not worried about Miller. Me neither. He's had an average start to the season. He will pick it up, and I still see his passion and determination, which is the most important attribute of his game. I agree. Drew says, I agree. No concern with Miller. He had an off night, and he has had a great start to the season. Absolutely. Absolutely. But Jorg is in the building, and Nanaimo shoe repair. Not good enough. It's a fact. We were not good enough. The Oilers were great tonight. So, no, I didn't see your one about age. If 31 is old, then what is 55 years old? It's really old compared in sports years, Shannon. That's really old. In life, that's getting up there. So, yeah. Daniel, Fabro may have issues, but I can't see him being worse than Hronek. I would agree with that statement. Dreamer still would maybe a different game if they called the penalty when Hughes was tripped. Yeah, I don't think that changes it totally. They just came to play and we didn't. So let's just be honest. 54 in the chat. Hit that like button. Yeah, there's 54 people in here. Thank you for being here tonight, everyone. East Van Nux. Regular season don't matter. We thumped them last year. What it did matter was the playoffs. I agree. That's a great comment. Great comment. Not going to stop Tyson from KOing Logan Paul next week at 58. Do you guys actually think, like, I want Mike Tyson to knock him out? And it's not because I don't like Logan Paul, okay? But can I just say, I just like Mike Tyson. I hope he just wallops him. And I'm not saying injures him or whatever, but wouldn't that be awesome? Now, if Tyson gets knocked out, I mean, he's old now, okay, guys, right? So I can see him losing, but everyone's going to say, well, he's washed, he's old. He shouldn't be in the ring at his time. But, man, I'm just hoping Tyson wins that fight. And that's coming up this week. So bring on the Flames, Nanaimo Shoe Repair says. And Shannon, I agree with you. Smash the like button, everyone. Come on, and hit the subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Feels like I'm 22, then 31. Right? We will never surrender, Callum says. We will fight on the land. We will fight on the seas. We will fight in the air. We will fight in the streets. And we will never surrender. I love it. Oh, he's got the big agreement here. I still don't agree. Like those we don't score on the power play, guys. So how does this unless we score on there? So you're welcome. Nanaimo Shoe Repair. You're welcome. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to be here with you guys. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. So thanks so much, everyone, for showing up, even on a bad night like tonight. Drew says the end of Tyson's legacy can't be being knocked out by Paul. I agree. What do you mean, who's Tyson, who is Paul? We're talking about the biggest boxing match of the year, and it's not even like two, boxers. That's crazy. Do you think Lecker Mackey would have made a difference tonight? Nope, because it had nothing to do with our forwards. It had everything to do with our D and our team defense. I don't know with the right-handed D on our team. Hronek was great tonight. What a rocket. Myers, I would say, has been solid to start the year. I didn't think Myers was great tonight either. Desharnais and Juleson have been abysmal. We need one more right-handed D. Yep, I think that's fair. I didn't even hear the fans chant "Go Canucks Go" once tonight. They did, but it was just earlier on. Tyson said he wants to hurt Jake Paul. I mean, how much? Oh, it's not Logan Paul. It's Jake Paul. Sorry, my bad. There's always next game. Thanks so much, Maria. I appreciate it. I just like Jake Paul. He's cocky and arrogant and taking a fight like that against a Hall of Famer boxer who is almost 60 is disgraceful. It's all about money, man. Tyson getting knocked out at 58 could be deadly. That's true. It's Jake Paul and Tyson will win. Suter scored at the end on the power play from a nice pass from Elias Pettersson. We suck so bad we need Grogu therapy. That's true. Yeah, Desharnais didn't do anything tonight. Quinn looked rattled tonight as well. Yeah, I think he didn't have the greatest evening either. I mean, you heard more Oilers chants because it was at the end, guys. I think that's why. I think Canucks fans' energy was lacking compared to Oilers. We should have had a Let's Go PD. I disagree with the Let's Go PD thing. I was at the game. I think it just makes it worse. I would just cheer for the Canucks. And then when you score, like you can do the JT Miller or Let's Go PD, like when he scores or something like that, but not like before the game. And it's just I would hate it if I was him, but maybe you can handle that. I don't know. I don't think we necessarily need a right-handed Jody. I think we need a player who can play on the right defense and be able to get into the Tocchet's crap defense. Interesting take. Coconuts glow? What does that mean? Our defense is having a hard time transitioning the puck. We still get stuck. We get stuck. Our forwards get stuck. We get tired and we get scored on. It's true. So 8-3 next game to match their record. That would be great. Let's go, PD chants. I agree. I'm not a big fan of them. I'd rather hear Canucks fans booing the Oilers than to hear the dreadful Let's Go. That's a great point. That's a great point. Go, Canucks, go. Canucks glow. Okay. Okay. Coconuts glow. Go, Canucks, go. I feel like it's above my pay grade. Maybe I don't give Skinner enough credit, but I always expect teams to ruin him out of the building. I think he's better than we think, but I don't think he's great. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm calling it a night. Actually, one last question. New lines didn't have the chemistry we needed. Okay. So again, I don't think it came down to the offense, but these offensive lines are not good enough. Let's just be honest, everyone. Let's just be honest. I didn't like that it was Suter, Miller, Garland. I wish it was DeBrusk, Miller, Garland, or Suter, Miller, DeBrusk. I wish it was Höglander, Pettersson, and Garland. Heinen, Bluger, Sherwood. Happy with that. Amon, Ratu, Baines. Did Baines play? No, it was Juleson that was in there. So what happened to Baines? I don't know. Brandstrom, Desharnais didn't look great tonight. Yeah, anyways. I don't know why I even brought that up. It just makes me more mad looking at that lineup. So I got to call it a night, everyone. I apologize. It's a lot to grind these ones. I do not know how nothing is perfect as grinding this during a game. Watching a 7-3 thrashing, that would have been brutal. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming. Hit the like and subscribe. And, of course, always, go Canucks, go. We're going to win the next 3, okay? Just let's stay positive. We should win the next 4, but I'll just say for sure we're winning the next 3. Have a good night. Talk to you later.
Wow.